Hey, this is Joel Hoekstra of Whitesnake, and you're watching The Metal Authority.
メタルオーソリティのエコです。今日はホワイトスネークのジョエル・ホークストラさんに来ていただきました。ジョエルさんは、ロック・オブ・エイジズ、それからトランスシベリアン・オーケストラ、それからナイト・レンジャーと大活躍していらっしゃいます。今日はいろいろな質問を皆さんからいただいていますので、ぜひ聞きたいと思います。Hello, Joel さん。
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm good.
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah.
And I have so many questions. I hope you can answer all that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'd like to start with Joel Hoekstra 13.
Oh, okay.
Your solo album. Is that okay?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, so Dying to Live.
Yeah.
Dying to Live, you picked two top singers, Russell Allen from Symphony X and Adrenaline Mode, and Jeff Scott Soto from Soto and Talisman, I think.
Yeah.
Did you have any thoughts who's gonna be on vocal when you're writing?
Yeah. I started out having some riffs before a singer, and Russell ended up singing on a lot of those. The early songs were all Russell Allen, and then I thought it might be great to have another great singer sing backgrounds with them. So I asked Jeff, who I've done some work for on his albums with writing and playing a little bit of guitar, so I thought I would call in a favor, and Jeff was nice enough to sing background. Shows what a nice guy he is. And then he sounded so great on there, I was like, hey man, wouldn't it be fun if we kind of flipped it around for some of it and had Jeff sing lead on some. So I just picked the stuff at the tail end of the album that I thought would be best for Jeff.
How many songs they are singing?
There are
11 songs.
13 songs total,
okay.
But only 11 on the album. One will be an internet bonus track, a digital download bonus track, and one will be a Japanese bonus track. So I think Russell sang on 7 of them and Jeff on 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have a female singer on it.
Yeah, Chloe Lowry, who's amazing. She's so great. I just had the idea of writing one song as a male-female duet, just about relationships and struggles, and anyway, so she hit it out of the park. She was awesome. So her and Jeff Scott Soto sang that together.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, great. You have solo album already released, 3 albums before it's fusion and acoustic instrument. What made you think you wanna make this rock album?
I've had people for years saying, how come you don't put an album out just of like good rock stuff? And I do sing a bit with the hard rock style, but I always thought, I don't see myself as being the main guy. I don't want to do that. So I thought maybe I'll find a writing partner, and so that's the way it sort of began with Russell. And Russell's really busy. I mean, with Symphony X and Adrenaline Mob, so I ended up doing all the writing. But everything just kind of fell into place as we went. That's whatever Russell had time for is what he had time for. I was just glad to have him sing on my songs. So that's the way it kind of just became what it became.
So what about like the writing process?
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's cool just to be able to write, show people what I write like in this genre. I didn't always get to write a lot on the Night Ranger albums that I was a part of. And so far with Whitesnake, because it's the Purple album, I haven't had the opportunity to do a lot of writing with the band yet. So it was nice for me to have that avenue, and also just to be the producer and have a chance to show people my production style, and then also just my playing style within the genre. So like you said, 2 of them are more like, my solo albums were like rock fusion, and one was just an acoustic CD. So yeah, I just wanted something more like the genre that I'm known for these days. Just hard melodic rock.
Yeah, you wrote melody first, or riff or how you started to write a song?
It's different with each, but what I did was map out the melodies on guitar first, the vocal melodies on guitar. So I'd write the riffs and have the vocal melodies, and the lyrics usually last. But that being said, that usually all came after I would write a chorus. So usually before I do anything, I write a chorus for a song and make sure it has a good, cool hook, and then from there it becomes a little easier for me. I always tend to write chorus out, I guess you would call it. You build out from writing a cool chorus.
You write a note on the book, music note?
No, not with this. I mean, the way I worked was I did the guitar riffs just to a click, scratch tracks they call it, and the vocal melody on guitar to a click with it, and then I sent it to Vinny Appice. And he did the drums, and then Tony Franklin did bass to that, and then from there everything kind of gets a little grayer in terms of what order it happened in, but in general, from there it was my guitars, and then Derek Sherinian did keys, and then the actual vocals went down, lead vocals and background vocals.
Speaking of background vocal, you have one and only Tony Hanel. Is that right?
Well, Tony was going to do some backgrounds on it, but as it turned out, it was bad timing because I was pressed to get it into Frontiers, and Tony actually was sick. He had a cold. Yeah. So actually, my friend Toby Hitchcock helped me out with singing some of the high harmonies at the very end.
I see.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
What was your guitar choice for that album?
I played the Les Paul the whole time, and any acoustics are all Taylor acoustics.
Okay.
But yeah, most of it was done on the gold top that people have seen me with for years with Night Ranger,
Right.
but some of it also my black and my white custom Les Pauls that I have as well.
So there will be a Japanese version of this.
There will be a Japanese version.
And I have Japanese bonus track.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. They have, your name will be in Japanese and lyric everything in Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah, now how come when I see my name on the Japanese sites, it's broken down and it says in English letters, Joel Hoekstra? Is that to show people how to kind of say my name? Or what?
Well, I would call you Joel instead of Joel.
Yeah.
We have Joel. Hoekstra. Hoekstra. Ah, tiger! Yes! Tora is a tiger.
Oh.
So actually,
okay.
Hoekstra.
Hoekstra. Yeah, okay. That
It's
explains it to me now.
tiger.
I've always wondered that. I thought, well, why am I Joel Hoekstra and everything I read from Japan?
Right, Tora is tiger. That's what your name changed to.
Reb Beach told me I should change my name to Hoekstra. He says that's better.
That's interesting. I
Okay.
never realized. Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be October 16th.
October
Release.
16th, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very excited about it.
I'd like to congratulate your great success for this tour.
Oh, thank you, yeah.
It's been great. I hear all good thing about that.
Yeah, we've been having a really great tour. It's just been fantastic. It's just David thinks that we're on to something magical. I would agree. It just feels like we have great chemistry. Everybody's so happy. The band is laughing nonstop off stage, and on stage we're smiling and having a great time. And David is sounding fantastic, and it all starts there. And David's sounding great, and he's in great spirits, and it just seems, everything just fell into place so far on this tour. It's just been wonderful.
I asked Japanese fans to send me questions.
Oh, wow, awesome.
There's so many, I had to pick some.
Okay.
They came up with great questions. They know about you really well.
Oh, wow. That's nice to know.
Yeah, so about Whitesnake, is your impression about this band the same before and after you joined the band?
I think so. But I think that this tour is going better than I thought it would. It's just really, really great, and we haven't had a single bad review of this tour. Everything's been so positive, and the tour has exceeded all expectations. So in terms of just what I went in expecting, I'm really happy. So yeah, it's
I think you're a big part of that. Actually, I'm telling you.
I think it's everybody together. There's all our personalities kind of fit together. I think Red Beach, being the band leader now, I think is happy and having more of the spotlight. And I think Rev and I fit really well together as a guitar team. That's a lot of it. And just our personalities all go really well together. Our new keyboard player, Michele Lupi, so amazing background vocalist and a great keyboard player. He's so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here. So we have a nice blend of the new people who are really excited and some of the people that have been here for a while, like Tommy Aldridge and Red Beach.
Yes.
So we kind of balance each other out. You know, there's an enthusiasm I think about this.
That's right.
Yeah.
So US tour is almost over. Did anything changed when you look back? You know, when you started this tour, it's better and better.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's just gotten it's been better than I expected overall. But no, I just take it day by day and just try and treat it like a job. I think where musicians a lot of times get lost, they don't try and treat it professionally. You have to just treat every day professionally, which would, you know, the best. It's all about the fans, really, and of course, in my situation, making sure that David's happy and David's wants to be here and wants to tour. But I love to put on a high energy show for fans and give the fans their hard-earned money's worth. I feel like it's about the fans.
That's great. That's why. Yeah, you're so loved. Purple album, what are your guitar choices?
On the Purple album, it was the same. It was the gold top, and I did play some Fender Strats on a couple of the songs. I think on Coming Home and on Holy Man, I think I used Fender Strats, and all Taylor acoustics again. They were nice enough. Tim Godwin is an amazing artist rep. He was nice enough to send out a nylon string and a 12 string, and it was like the Taylor showroom in David's studio. It was amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's
so recording
basic.
you use that.
Yeah, and then after the fact, I have all the guitars that I have on the tour.
Twinkle,
Yeah, you get Steve Christmas at the Gibson Custom Shop was nice enough to make 2 custom Les Pauls for me for this tour. I had the idea of setting the Whitesnake medallions into the body, so I actually went to a mint and had to make 4. 2 for the Les Pauls, a white and a black custom Les Paul, and then 2 for Fender Stratocasters, white and black, because we're playing Deep Purple music.
Sure.
And the 5th guitar is from a small company called Atomic Guitars, and they've always done something special for me for each of my gigs that I've had. They made a purple crystal, basically a Les Paul style guitar with a gold crystal WS on the top that I used for the guitar solo in the show.
Oh yeah, speaking of guitar solo, actually I have a question for that too. They've been checking your performance on YouTube from Japan, and they said your solo is like almost half and half. Rev half, you play half. And did you have to think hard and long to perform about a couple minutes by yourself? Did you?
It's been a long time since I played a guitar solo. It's been since my very first band, like an unaccompanied guitar solo. So what I did was I just went back and looked at a lot of what I did on that metal show. I've been on that metal show too the last 2 seasons. So I took a lot of the segments from that, and then I decided to work in some things that I wanted to have some soul in it too, and not just all flash. So I tried to put some bending, slow hand moments in there, and then some familiarity, things like quoting Amazing Grace in there, or quoting Vox Beret in E minor real quickly in there. Some things to have people latch onto in terms of familiarity. I think as a listener, I always enjoy that. Not just hearing a guitar player play 10 million miles an hour for 3 minutes, but have something that's, I guess that you can say, oh yeah, I recognize that part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, so you said flash. Yes, fans are actually expecting to see you with Night Ranger last October.
Yeah.
But because they missed your 8 fingers,
Yeah,
8 fingers?
8-finger technique. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna do that with Whitesnake when you go to Japan?
Yeah, I do it still. It's still a part of the Whitesnake show. Yeah, my solo in Burn is a lot of that, and I have some of it in my actual solo, and I work it in jammy moments, like the very top of the show and the very end of the show, and so yeah, it's still in there.
That's good.
Thanks, Jeff Watson.
Yes. Oh, and the twin guitar sounds so refreshing in this album. Did you record with Brad in the same studio together?
Some of it, yeah. A lot of the really cool harmony stuff we did write together. Yeah. So we were both plugged in. Yeah, and
okay.
yeah. Sometimes it was like a little back and forth where I'd get part of it and then he'd get part of it. But yeah, we absolutely put that stuff together in the same room, which was cool.
And we hear lots of Joel sound in the album. Your idea, of the sound. Was it their idea to let you explore your?
Yeah, David's really amazing like that. I mean, he's really wants players to play like themselves and to grow, and he's really great to be in a band with. David's a great guy, so he was very supportive in terms of this record, of wanting Reb and myself to shine and to be able to sound like ourselves. And we didn't want to try and do a note-for-note re-record of old Deep Purple versions. What's the point? So we wanted to try and reinvent the songs and reimagine them. And I think because a lot of the Deep Purple songs were built off one riff, Reb was going to be covering that riff on the studio album. So for me, it was about finding second rhythm guitar parts that would go well with the existing part. So I actually felt like I had to be pretty creative.
Yeah, you contribute so much on that.
Oh, well thanks, I appreciate that.
Why? You don't think so?
Oh, I don't know if that's up to the listener. I don't know.
Oh,
I just do my best.
That's what they say, I'm bringing all their love to you. So about guitar playing, they want me to check your hands.
Okay. They're there. Oh, we should do that.
Wait.
They're pretty big, but not as big as Paul Gilbert's. Paul Gilbert's got.
And the fingers are soft?
Well, I have calluses, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And they're from the edge of the neck and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And even over there a bit too.
That's right. Yeah. Okite.
You have to have calluses.
You have to be a great guitar player. And your interaction with fans are amazing.
Oh, thanks. Well, I think my career didn't take off until later in life, so I have a deep appreciation for it. To be able to make a living playing guitar is really all I ever wanted. So anything like being a rock star or any of that is just whatever. I don't know. I want to make the fans happy and let the fans know I appreciate any support and then the opportunity to make a living doing what I get to do.
Because you reply almost every comment, I believe. That's what I hear. And some artists are always one way, just receive, but you give back.
Well, I try to. I don't know if I bat 1,000. That means I don't know if I get back to every single one, but I do try. Yeah. Because I do want people to know I appreciate the opportunity.
How do you make the time? And then don't you get tired of it?
Well, it's easy with a smartphone nowadays, right? Whenever there's downtime or a break, and but I draw the line on certain things. Like I usually don't reply to comments on my status update on Facebook or things like that. But if I get an inbox, I reply, or a tweet, I reply. So, but yeah, you have to draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, you literally wouldn't even be able to play guitar.
That's right. Well, they're really grateful for that, though. I hear lots of good things about you treating fans.
Well, that's great. I appreciate that.
So you've been to Japan twice with Night Ranger.
Correct.
And what's your impression about them?
I love
the fans.
They're the greatest, greatest in the world. Are you kidding? The attention to detail is amazing.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, and just the respect and guess manners, hospitality. Just everybody's so nice and friendly. You can't go anywhere else and have the fans meet you in the hotel lobby with gifts they've brought for you and made. It's just so nice. It's really heartwarming, and the food is great.
Oh yeah,
Great food in Japan. I
What are
love
you
going over there
what
just
are you
to eat.
looking for?
Oh, I just getting over there and going out to the steakhouses.
Oh
Where they,
yeah, in front of you doing
yeah,
that.
and sushi, of course,
Oh.
and the noodles,
Mhm.
udon
Ramen,
noodles.
udon. Oh wow,
Yeah, like-
very authentic.
Delicious.
There's a one chicken wing restaurant which Red Beach loves. He
Mhm.
goes there always. Called
Okay.
Yama-chan.
Okay.
Have you ever tried?
I
You'll have to go
don't
this
think I
time.
have, but this time
Okay.
Red will probably
Yes.
get me in there. Yeah.
Yes, that's his favorite place. I heard.
Okay.
He goes every time.
Cool.
Yeah, and any place you wanna go? Because this time you're gonna tour 6 places, including Hokkaido.
No,
And
I'll just
Hiroshima.
not necessarily, not anything specific. I'm
Mhm.
just looking forward to the whole life experience of it and being able to reconnect with some of the Japanese fans that I saw a few
Yeah.
years ago,
Oh wow.
and meeting new ones.
hmm
Yeah.
And actually, it's gonna be right after your new album released. So album released. So
Yeah.
you're gonna do promotion.
I don't know.
Maybe?
Yeah, whatever. If they set something up, absolutely. I'm usually happy to do any interviews, so
Thank
I don't
you.
know. I mean,
That would be
yeah, if they
great.
set something up,
Mhm.
sure. Yeah.
That would be nice. So set list will be the same for Japan tour.
I don't know about that. That's up to David, and it's changed on the U.S. tour a few times, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little different than it is right now.
Well, I asked to vote which 3 songs Japanese fans really want to listen to on stage when you go to Japan
Hmm.
from Pablo album, because there are so many good songs to choose from, and result.
Okay.
Stonebringer
Uh-huh.
and Mistreated and You Fool No One.
Oh,
Those
cool.
3 songs are most popular.
Yeah, I think they'll probably be in there. I don't want to
Do?
give too much away, but I would think so.
Yeah, great. Yes, the question from me.
Okay.
What do you have passion for besides music?
Just to be able to relax in my downtime.
What do you do?
I follow the sports teams that I grew up with when I grew up in the Chicago area, so the Chicago Bulls basketball
Oh,
and the Chicago Cubs
Mhm.
baseball. So I follow them, or movies. I love
Mhm.
movies.
Movies.
Anything that kind of gets me away from
Mhm.
music, because
Oh, okay.
I spend a lot of time
Sure.
working on music, so that's usually
What kind of movie you watch?
anything.
Action? Oh.
Yeah, any kind, as long as it's well done. I'm the type of person though that can watch a movie over and over. If
Mhm.
it's a great movie that I
Mhm.
really like, I'll watch it many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And if you are not a musician, what would be your occupation? You can think.
Man, I don't know. I mean, skills aside, like if I could just pretend and
Mm.
imagine,
Sure.
a professional athlete sure would have been fun. If I could have been like a NBA player or something, sure, that would have been great.
Wow.
Or, I don't know.
Wow, you look
Maybe.
good in the uniform.
I don't know about that.
Wow.
I don't know about that one.
Is there something you can share with us, the hilarious moment? Because you've been on stage many years from Rock of Ages and all
Mhm.
that. Is there any hilarious, like?
Oh,
So-
any funny stories?
Yes.
Uh,
Make us smile.
I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah. I mean, there's
Too many?
Yeah, it's hard
To
to come
share?
up with just one. But yeah, there's usually most of the things I've been a part of. I think musicians, we all like to laugh quite a bit at each other and laugh stuff off. There's a lot of pressure in performing, so I think it's released a lot of times by laughing.
Yes. So, what would you like to do after the Purple album tour? I heard you're gonna do project with Michael Sweet from Strapa.
Yeah, I think we're still on for that. So I talked with Michael about doing a project in 2016. So we've always wanted to work together. We've been trying to find the right avenue to do that. He's had me up on his sets on the Monsters of Rock cruise, and he had me in his videos for his solo album. But I didn't get to play on his solo album, so I was faking it.
Yes, I saw.
And they did a bad sync job on that that Heart of Gold song. I knew that solo. That was a bad sync job. I knew how to play that. But
that was, I saw that. You
yeah.
were in it.
Anyway, but yeah, Michael's great. I love him. He's one of the nicest and most talented guys in our scene.
Yeah. So, well, I have to let you go. Thank you for taking time to talk to me during your busy schedule. And could you send a message to Japanese fans?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Really looking forward to seeing you in October with Whitesnake. Can you believe it? Anyway, it's going to be a great time. I'm really looking forward to seeing old friends and making some new friends.
Thank you. Good luck with the rest of the tour and the solo album. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Joelさんでした。